Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us on this Monday morning. I'm meteorologist Kelly Cass in for Jen Carfagno.
And I'm Anna Rodriguez. Winter Storm Kaylee is near the end of its cross-country trek, but it's still bringing travel problems this morning. And we're also tracking the big...
Happens to be. So we're thinking for New York City southward, it is going to be all rain. No concerns there. But Boston, we're still actually seeing some snowflakes out there this morning. It's 5 o'clock Eastern time, but by 6 o'clock, we think it will be switching over to rain. I mean, right now it's 34 degrees, so we are rising and we are expecting that switch over, but there's still the possibility that in the transition, there could be some freezing rain with that as well. So please use extra caution if you're traveling into Boston this morning. Freezing rain advisories, as a matter of fact, in effect for the western parts of Maryland and northern Virginia. Ice storm warning as well. And then in the blue, you've got your winter storm warning showing up and winter weather advisories, depending on where you are. Now, winter storm warning means you're going to see at least 6 inches of snowfall accumulation. We're thinking mainly from Albany northward through the Dax over into the higher elevations of Vermont and New Hampshire. We're going to see some pretty good accumulation out of this because it's going to stay all snow. You're starting with snow and it's going to end as snow. But right along the coastline, you can see the green showing up there. That is your rainfall. And your rain snow line is right here across the northern portions of Connecticut and Rhode Island. So the warmer air is winning out along the coast, but for the interior sections where the snow is, that is where it's going to pile up. In fact, if we go through time, even Albany, you may mix with a little bit of sleet pellets out there, but we're thinking Syracuse to Buffalo probably staying all snow. The Adirondacks ought to do very well, and this is great news for the ski resorts. Well, it's freezing, literally freezing. So you were thinking, oh, maybe we'll get some snow out of this, but temperatures did warm up pretty significantly. So it's just raindrops that we're contending with this morning for your commute. But by lunchtime, as a matter of fact, we're thinking just mostly cloudy skies. So this system is moving on out. Cold front making progress to the east. All that moisture streaming northward into places like Atlanta, Asheville, North Carolina. These are areas that could really use the rainfall, and that's exactly what we're going to get in the drought-stricken areas of the southeast. It's heavy at times. Look at that. The yellow showing up on the map here in northeastern Mississippi around Tupelo, south of Nashville around Franklin, Tennessee. You are seeing some heavier rainfall. And then we make our way over towards the I-81 corridor, and that rain is moving in as well around Roanoke and Radford, Virginia, down towards Bristol. It is coming down out there. I just checked on the lightning. No lightning bolts showing up with this batch of rain, but we are seeing some scattered showers along the coastline as well. Raleigh, you're dry for now. Atlanta, not seeing any wet weather yet, but it is on its way. Here's a look at the timing of the rain. As we get toward the tail end of the rush hour here in Atlanta, even the northern suburbs, you will likely see those showers moving in before that. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock this morning, we stop it there. Charlotte, the Queen City, getting wet by about 11 o'clock this morning, so for your lunchtime hour. And then we see the rain really break up and move on out as we head toward the afternoon hours. So it's a quick shot of some rain across the southeast. Temperature is actually going above average compared to the last couple of days. We were well below average. We were only in the 40s for highs. In places like Charlotte, well, we are going to warm up into the mid and upper 50s by the time we get toward the afternoon hours. And even look at that, some peaks of sunshine right before the sun sets later on this afternoon. Your Monday morning weather headlines now with Anna Rodriguez.
Eastern, of course, we're going to bring it to you at the Weather Channel. Feels like -3 in Minnesota.
That's right.
The National Weather Service office tweeting this morning jokingly that that's one of the negatives of living in Minneapolis.
Thank goodness for those heated skyways that they have through Minneapolis.
That's neat.
St. Paul as well, where we've got those temperatures at -3, but your actual temperature, 10 degrees right now. So even the slightest breeze is going to make it feel just so uncomfortable to be outside for an extended period of time. So definitely keep that in mind. And you might also have some delays due to snow and ice removal at the airport. A few clouds around. Your visibility is good. Your wind chill -11. But again, it's because of what already came down with the snow that we're seeing these delays, and on average we're talking about 30 minutes. I know you're happy about your Vikings win, by the way, over the Jaguars. They were in Jacksonville, Florida yesterday, where it's much warmer than here in the Twin Cities. Look at these temperatures. These are your forecast highs, not your lows, not your wind chills, the actual highs, only getting into the teens by the time we get to Friday, and that's going to be your warmest day of the week. Anna Rodriguez. We've got Anna Rodriguez's Patriots. I think they're playing Monday Night Football tonight. Who are they playing, Anna Rodriguez?
I have no idea, but I know know it's 8 o'clock.
All right, so we got a Monday night game. I know it's snowing out there right now in Boston, but we are going to switch over to rain. Oh, they're playing the Baltimore Ravens. There you go. Thank you, Rich. We'll clear up for Monday night, and then we'll have another system move in from the west. That is going to spread some snow through the Great Lakes on into Wednesday as well. And there's your Arctic air, single digits, teens from Fargo to Chicago. And even the south, we're still looking at some scattered showers, but then the sun is back out in Atlanta. Temperatures only in the low 40s in Atlanta, definitely below average. So we feel some of that Arctic air for sure. Friday, we see a lot of snow here on the map from the west, the high elevations especially, all the way through Chicago. Yes, another weekend storm that we're going to be tracking here. And unfortunately, pinks and purples, that's not good. That means freezing rain, some sleet, a little icy precip out there, even parts of upstate New York. You can see New York City with the raindrops on Sunday, rain all the way down into the southeast. It is Monday morning. We are getting you ready for the week. Thanks for staying with us on AMHQ Early. I'm meteorologist Kelly Cass.
And I'm Anna Rodriguez. Let's get you updated on the weather stories you need to know as you make your way out the door. We've got rain.
And definitely looking more festive out there with the snow on the ground in Central Park. Here is a look at all the alerts this morning. All the lighter shades of blue. We've got the winter weather advisories in effect. The darker shades of blue, those are your winter storm warnings. And yes, we are concerned about some ice in the western portions of Maryland, where you have that very shallow layer of cold air at the surface. So there could be some glazing of ice on some of the sidewalks and pavement out there. Here's a look at the blue showing up on the radar. There's your snow from about Albany northward, even Poughkeepsie. We are seeing that rainfall, though, down towards New York City. So we have switched over. Boston, we're waiting on the switch over. It's 34 degrees right now. We do expect it to change over eventually. Hartford, Connecticut, you guys picked up a good ½ an inch of snow as well. Albany, New York picking up 0.6 of an inch of snow. And there's your rain snow line getting very close to the rocky coast of Maine as well. So even Portland could see some sleet and rain mixing in as well. That should hold down the overall accumulations. So what you have right now, about an inch on the ground, that's all. And it's going to wash away with all the rain. But where it stays colder, you're going to have that snow lasting for a longer period of time, especially north of Albany, Schenectady, on up towards Saratoga Springs, Clifton Park. That is where the snowfall is going to stick around and really pile up. Right where those ski resorts are, Sunday River should get anywhere from 5 to 8 inches of snowfall, anywhere from 5 to 10 inches of deficit. You know, even Atlanta, we're down on about 9 inches. So here's a look at Charlotte the next 12 hours. You can see the rainfall through about 10 o'clock this morning, noontime as well, a few raindrops. Note your temperatures, though. They're warming up into the mid and upper 50s, near 60 degrees. So we're not too concerned about any icy precip, at least not yet anyway. Stay tuned for next weekend's forecast. It could be a little different here for the Piedmont of western North Carolina. But as we take a look at the rainfall, it is heavy in some places in northern Mississippi, moving its way through middle Tennessee right now. Huntsville, you're getting light rain. Birmingham, light rain right now. Nothing in the Atlanta metro yet, but it's probably going to be here in a few hours. There's your rain moving through Knoxville, Tennessee. Again, right over the burn scar areas. So hopefully there won't be too many issues with flash flooding or mudslides. And there you see a few scattered showers across the interior sections of the Carolinas and right along the immediate coastline as well. We are looking at some pretty damp conditions. So here is a look as we time out the rain for you. The early part of your commute should be okay in Atlanta if you get up early, but then the rain showers move in about 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. And you can see at times it will be rather heavy with those windshield wipers going a little extra fast. And Riddis is keeping an eye on other weather.
Your core warm, help your extremities out.
And those wind chills are going to stay below zero between now and next weekend. That is a long time to be feeling that kind of cold. You definitely want to, limit your time outside. I know it's, the shopping season. It's also delivery season. So hopefully those delivery workers, have all the layers on. You're going to need them. That nice hot cup of coffee there in Chicago with temperatures in the teens come Tuesday and Wednesday. 40 degrees in New York City. That's not bad, but the cold air hasn't arrived yet. It's going to be Thursday. We see those temperatures basically cut in half into the 20s for your high in New York, 40s in Atlanta. Another big storm coming from the west, spreading snow across the northern plains and the Midwest. And as a matter of fact, with the warmer air coming in as well, we could have an icy mess on our hands, even in parts of the Midwest with that rain snow line and even the possibility of some icy conditions in upstate New York, all the way down into parts of the south as well, Anna Riddis. Snow, it's going to pile up here. We're talking 3 to 5 parts of the Tug Hill here along I-81, the Adirondack Northway, and check out Maine. We could could see as much as 5 to 8 inches of snow in addition to what you've already got on the ground. So great news for the ski resorts here, but there's Boston to New York. Not much on the ground, although New York City did experience its first flakes of the season, picking up officially a ½ inch of snow. Central Park, LaGuardia, Kennedy as well, and de-icing still underway at some of these major hubs. So definitely check ahead if you are traveling. There's your snow right there along I-90, I-87 as well, right on through the Mass Pike. You can see the purple showing up too across the Connecticut River Valley. So some of that cold air may be a little stubborn and kind of holding close to the ground. So there could be some pockets of freezing rain out there. Be careful. Also right along the coast of Maine, but you can see further inland with the darker blue especially, that's your heavier snow, reducing visibility at times, and that's where you're going to really pile it on up. So here's a look at our forecast with Winter Storm Kaylee. That rain snow line could even get as far north as Albany, New York, where currently we are seeing some snow, but we do think the cold air eventually wins out, especially toward the end of the week. Wait till you see the temperatures that we have in store, Anna Rittis, for later on this week.
All right, thanks.